The Finance MEC Nomusa Dube-Ncube has now been put forward as the party's candidate for Premier. The submission of her name follows Sihle Zikalala's resignation on Friday after he lost the race to become ANC chairperson to Siboniso Duma. Zikalala had wanted to be re-elected to that job. Dube-Ncube would be the first female Premier for KwaZulu-Natal. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan has a wrap from the briefing.
Indeed, a quick media briefing to announce their choice for the Premier-elect, that is Nomusa Dube-Ncube. She has served in the KwaZulu-Natal legislature for several years. In fact, she was first the Speaker of the eThekwini Metro Municipality and then served as the South African ambassador to the Czech Republic. She's also been at the helm of 3 portfolios in KZN, including as the MEC for Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, the MEC for Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, and is currently the MEC for Finance in this province. But of course now in her new platform as Premier-elect, having beaten out 2 other women, Amanda Barney and Mbali Fraser, she was nominated after a lengthy interview process. She says she's been handed a long list of priorities that align with the ANC. Take a listen to what the newly elected chairperson of the ANC in KZN, Siboniso Duma, had to say about the responsibilities now of their new candidate.
Because we are one ANC, and her assignment in particular will just to ensure address the issue of the imbalances of the past, create new growth, if possible, enlarging the scope of Tala, because Tala should be licensed so that the issue of loans amongst our youth they must access. I think you know these days, currently the banking sector is not driving a transformational agenda. Comrade Nomusa is also the embodiment of someone who could also drive the issue of unemployment. And in terms of women emancipation, I think she will strengthen that role. She will be able to work with Abo Mame Makaya, Emma Lokshin in urban stream, because characteristics she is able to understand and adapt clearly on what is required by the communities and address the issue of crime, the issue of women oppression. I think we've already highlighted through this statement, if you can just check her background.
That is Siboniso Duma speaking about what has to be done going forward for the new Premier-elect. Of course, this comes after the resignation of Sihle Zikalala, who lost out the position of ANC KZN chairperson to Duma last month in the provincial elective conference for the party. He said he resigned not because of the new leadership, but because of the narrative against him. Despite this, of course, what the ANC says is that it was high time for a woman to be in leadership at the province. This has never happened before for KZN. Take a listen to what Nomagugu Similane Zulu, the deputy chairperson for the party in KZN, had to say about this.
We are way behind time on that. As the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we really needed at some point to make sure that female leaders are given the opportunity to lead. They have the capacity. They have proven that they can actually lead. So when an opportunity presented itself, albeit too soon, because we probably didn't think it was going to happen now, we probably would have done this in 2024. But when an opportunity presented itself, we said certainly this is the time for us to actually make sure that female leaders are given the opportunity.
Well, there you have it. Important discussions about gender equality here in the province. And of course, Nomusa Dube-Ncube is saying that she will go ahead aligning herself with priorities in the party. Take a listen to what she had to say earlier today.
The interview was quite intense. It took about more than an hour. And it really dealt with the policies that the ANC is seeking to achieve, that one of even economic growth, as I said, but also the eradication of poverty.
Well, there you have it. Members of the KZN ANC Provincial Executive Committee speaking about their new candidate and the candidate herself, Nomusa Dube-Ncube, saying that she is ready to go forward in this position. Of course, now is a legislature process that must take effect, wherein ultimately Dube-Ncube is expected to be sworn in to this position. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Karinda Jagmohan in Durban.